Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. जय श्रीमद् भगवद गीता श्री की जय, जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, जय श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय, जय श्री निताई गौर चंद्र प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल, Hare Krishna. So, welcome everyone, Hare Krishna. We will continue with our part 2, the discussion of Krishna and the Syamantaka jewel. This is the name I had given, just for the description part. And as our continuation series is Krishna's pastimes are meant to enliven and deliver all living beings, especially for the devotees. Okay. So last week we were discussing about how Krishna and Balaram were following Shatadhanva, and Shatadhanva was then killed by Krishna, and he was killed very close to the kingdom of Videha, King Videha, which is Mithila. So from Dwarka, we ran and moved towards Mithila, which is in Nepal, present day Nepal, beyond Bihar. So those are the parts of Bihar, modern day Bihar, and Nepal there. So we'll start with the discussion. So as he was killed, Krishna searched his body to search for a Samantaka jewel, because that is the main thing, Samantaka jewel. But he couldn't find the jewel. So Krishna told Balaram, we killed him, but the jewel is not there. And that's when our discussion stopped there. So we continue from that point onwards. Srila Gurudev ki jai. By the Exalted Mercy of Guru Maharaj. So today is also the Dwadashi day of Pandar Nujal Ekadashi. And today is the day where my father left his body in his sleep during the Dwadashi night by the Exalted Mercy of Guru Maharaj. So it was very nice and peaceful. So we remember him a lot. He is, of course, on his appearance day, we started this program. So his blessings are always there. We seek his blessings. We seek blessings of Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. So we continue with our discussion. So Lord Balaram is then telling Krishna, said, I wish to visit the king Videha. He is my very dear friend, most dear friend. So then Lord Balaram entered the city of Mithila. And when King of Mithila heard this, Balaram has come, he immediately welcomed him, rose from his seat, and a big pompous celebration for him, was worshipped elaborately with all the scriptural injunctions, because he is Sankarshan himself, Shesh, Balaram, Swayam Prakash, no difference between him and Krishna. So this is a very important situation and sequence of events, because while Lord Balaram was staying in Mithila, and being affectionate towards Janak Maharaj, his devotee, at that time was when Dhritarashtra's son, Duryodhan, he learned the Gada Vidya from Lord Balaram, became disciple of Lord Balaram. And actually, Lord Balaram stayed there for a long time in Mithila, many years actually. This is Balaram. Similarly with Lord Nityananda also. They're very special personalities. They're very affectionate and very loving and very different. In the meantime, Lord Keshava, he reached Dwarka and he explained everybody how Sharadhanva was killed, his demise. And said, I was unfortunately, I could not retrieve the Shamantak jewel, which was with him. He thought it was with him. So we killed him, but the jewel we couldn't find. And he spoke in this way so that his wife, Satyabhama, was pleased because Satyabhama's father was killed, by Satyadhanva. So then naturally, to please Satyabhama, Lord Krishna spoke like this, that his father's killer is avenged now, brought to justice. And also he said that I couldn't find the jewel. So it also means that he was making sure that the jewel, Shamantak jewel, is with him, back with him. So that was his way to say, I'm going to get it. Don't worry. His name was tarnished, once already. So he went to Jambavan, people accused him. So Lord Krishna then performed the various funeral rites and arrangements for his relative, father-in-law, Satrajit, the father of Satyabhama. And the Lord also attended the funeral along with all his well-wishers and family members. Now what happens? That those two personalities who had instigated Satyajit to kill, Satyajit to be killed, murdered by Shatadhanva, Akrura and Krutavarma, they originally incited him, Shatadhanva, to kill and commits the crime of killing Satyajit. They heard this. Krishna killed him. Satyadhanva is dead. Now they were very, very worried. Oh my God! Now our situation is in the situation is in trouble, no? So they were very afraid. They were terrified, and they fled Dwarka and took up residence somewhere else. So, as I was mentioning last week, there were reasons why Akrura also performed this. One of them I said that when he went to Gokul, so at Gokul, with the curse of the gopis and the Gokul Vasis, he had to pay for it. So this is the reason why he had to leave Dwarka, the place of Lord Krishna's residence, his own city. So as time passed with it, Akrure Proshite Rushtani Asan Vai Dwarkau Kasam Sharira Manasa Tapa. Sharira is bodily, Manasa mental, Tapa means problems, distresses. Muhur Daivak Bhautikaha. So as time passed in Dwarka, different ill omens arose. So people suddenly became the citizens. They, was, they started to suffer, physical and mental distresses. We suffer from those distresses, physical and mental distresses. This is material world. They do. But in Krishna's shelter, we will be less distressed. As long as we are not in the shelter, we'll be more distressed. So the citizens were distressed by this. This is very important philosophically, you must understand. What did we understand is very simple. Even in Dwarka, how the citizens were distressed when Akrura left over a period of time. When the shelter of Krishna, by his mercy, there was no distress. But distress is coming means Krishna is in the play. But people think because of Akrura's absence, this has happened. There is physical and mental distresses, as well as distresses caused by higher powers and by creatures of the earth. Why is like this? There's a reason. Okay, so in this verse there is Daivika and Bhautika. So Daivika means caused by higher powers, the Devis, Devatas. Bhautika means surrounding other creatures, problems. We're always facing these problems. Today somebody is happy with us and we are happy with them, tomorrow become enemies. We are seeing in this world power also. Two friends are fine enemies. In public spat they are doing, childishness or whatever it is. This is not natural, bound to happen. Because everybody is helping each other for their material gains. See? And that is everyone's ego. Let go is a very few thing. It's a very big letting go is a very important virtue to have. Chalse, Faushe. We discussed that point. Anyone remembers this? Yes, yes. Please speak.
Chalse, Pause, and Gamse, that we mentioned that before.
Chalse, Faushe. Sorry?
Gamse, I think.
Gamse. Chalse means it's okay. Faushe means yes, it is workable. Gamse means yes, I will like it. Don't worry. After a certain age, we must focus upon these points. At younger age, we are here to conquer the world. At a certain age, if we do not apply these three words, sentences in life, we will suffer. These are my mother's blessings. So learn this. At younger age, you are fine. You want to fight with this, I will stay on my own and all this. That's fine. But a bit older, when you have to manage things, keep things together. Younger age, you break things. You're not interested in keeping things together. But as you are older, you want to keep things together. So that's why at the time it is Charles. चलेगा ना चाल से फाव से हाँ जमेगा गम से हाँ अच्छा भी लगेगा अच्छा भी लगेगा मीन्स अच्छा लगने वाला नहीं है लगे भीगा it's not that we have to be it is to tolerate move on keep things together it's called tolerating so to a certain extent these things are moving whole world is moving like this so as living beings we are away from the shelter of Krishna will face this difficulty. Similarly, if we are away from the shelter of proper, our best well-wishers, who are our gurus, we are under shelter, we are peaceful. Away from the shelter, we are distressed. We speak anything, we think anything, we are in distress. Why I have to say like this? I've seen it. I've seen it. Guru Maharaj being, criticized, or her Prabhupada being criticized. I've seen it with my own eyes and ears. So people are very short-lived and short-thinking, very limited thinking capacity. Oh, we discussed that children are very selfish, small children. Whatever you give them food, they want to go there. Love, they want to go there. Not, they don't want to go there. We as adults also are like this only. As long as things are favorable, we are very happy. Oh, so nice. He is very nice. Moment there is something going on, clamping on it, I don't like him or her. Be it our own parents, be it our own guru, we are very short-sighted. Believe you me, we can see from your face who's short-sighted and who's long-sighted. And based upon it, we understand how much to give the position from. It's very easy. We can see. So you will also see when you become very sincere preacher, when you give shelter to people who are not worthy of shelter, then you realize even I am not worthy of shelter, but somebody gave me that shelter, no? Then how to give that shelter? You see, so Sridhar Swami, a very great authority as a Vaishnava authority, Sridhar Swami, he writes this. He gives bit in depth analysis on this. So he says that actually Akrura, remember, he was given the Syamantaka jewel before Sharadanwa he left and ran away. So he took the Syamantaka jewel with him when he ran for his life from Dwarka. And next is me to be killed. And he took residence in Varanasi. And there he lived there for a long time. As I said, long time passed away. Bhagavad doesn't speak on those terms of time frames. And there he had this jewel which was giving so many free gold. He doesn't have to go to work every day in the morning, 9 to 5. There's gold every day it comes. How much gold is given by the Shamantaka jewel? Who has written down the notes?
170 pounds.
Yes,
Baht.
170 pound gold for doing nothing. He worshipped it, the gold came. So he became charitable. He gave charity of gold and so many things to people. He did a lot of fire sacrifices. So he was called Danapati over a period of time. Slowly, people recognize him. Danapati has come from Dwarka, Akuruji. Danapati means the master of charity. Dana means charity. Pati means who is the master. Sita Pati. Sita means Mother Sita. Pati means the husband. The master of Mother Sita. Sita Pati. And there he performed also big sacrifices, fire sacrifices, yagnas on golden altars. Altar made up of gold. And he would invite qualified priests to perform the yagnas, had big elaborate assemblies, and pompously he distributed the wealth to people in Banaras there. But at Dwarka, it was reverse. People felt his absence. Oh, the difficulties are coming. Adi Bhautik, Adi Daivik, Adhyatmic difficulties. So what happened in Dwarka? The news spread, from Banaras to Dwarka. So Dwarka Vasi, citizens of Dwarka, Krishna's own citizens, again, ear talk started gossiping. So some people they proposed. Akrura's absence. Akrura's gone now. That's why all these calamities are coming on our head. Otherwise, where we were, the calamities was there. We were so happy, so peaceful. Suddenly after he's left, I've noticed. And when the people think like this, they speak as if they are very learned. I've noticed, in my, that Akrura's left and then we changed. This has happened. As if big learned people they are. We hear this today also. I was contemplating. I've I've seen, I've noticed. Big words are used, to show their intelligence. But in short, They themselves forgot the glories of Krishna, who was the master of Dwarka, whom they themselves glorified in the past. You see, when the work is finished, they say, who's Krishna? We've got our problem. Problems come to me. So we don't worry about Krishna. We think about why this has happened. Krishna is here. So why does this happen? Oh, because he left. Akrura left. And here is Syamantaka jewel, which is still not got by Krishna. See, that's why this has happened. So who should we blame? Krishna should be blamed. Because of him, Akrura left. Of fear of being killed. Just see. And we are all like this. Don't think those are like people are like this. How can these calamities come? Krishna is a residence of all the great sages. He is described as Munivas. Muni means sages. Vas means where the residence of Munis. Because in the heart of Munis, Krishna resides. And in Krishna's heart, all the Munis reside. Yeah, we heard that in Ramayana. The, when Lord Ram asked Valmiki Muni, where do I live? Where do I reside? He went to the forest, The Valmiki Muni said, where will you reside? Oh Ram. Then he gives a description, Where those people who are in their heart, they have nobody except you. You reside there, Ram. Who do not accept anybody as their relatives and friends, except you. You are their only friend and relative. In their heart, you reside, Ram. Whoever has got anything they receive, they first offer it to you, Ram. In their heart, you reside, Ram. So the same is Krishna. Munivas, in his heart, all the Munis reside. They forgot his own people forgot. Of course, this is Krishna's Maya working here. So they remembered Akrura's absence and the calamities. And they forgot that because of Krishna all these things are happening, and Akrura is a devotee of Krishna, pure devotee of Krishna. And they describe like this unkind words again. It's a big lesson to us. This is the world. And especially if you are preaching, you see our near and dear ones, we always help them. Our brothers, our sisters, our uncles, our aunts, our cousins. We take their help and we help them. But in preaching, we are talking to people whom we don't know. Probably we will not even be friends with each other. We will not even like them. And of course, they also don't like us. I'm not saying we don't like them. Even they are tolerating us both ways. But still, the moment they follow you, they are in the parampara. It's a big thing by Bhagavad Gita. To them, we have to tolerate. Here, so much is an instruction that Krishna had to tolerate. From his own people, all Dwarkavasis. I can tell you, all of us, if we were in Dwarka, we would do this to Krishna? No. We always say, no, we'll not do this to Krishna. That's right. They will also not do this to Krishna. It's Krishna's arrangements. Because Krishna wanted Vidur, excuse me, Krishna wanted Akrura to come back with the jewel. That's why he made his followers say, we miss Akrura. Because of him, this is happening. See, this is an inside reason, which is not directly spoken. So Bhagavatam is also very important literature, very intelligently we have to study. That's why we say, do not be foolish in devotional service. If you think that everywhere you can go back to Godhead, it's fine. But if you say that Prabhupada says that you should be earning only so much to keep your body and soul together so that you are free to do bhakti, and you go to a place where they glorify a rich person, then immediately you must think this is not according to the instructions of Prabhupada. But if you still follow, it's up to you. Nobody's going to save you if you're not going to use your intelligence. Now, I posted one. A horse can bring a man to the in knowledge, but may not make him think. Some, different thing. The man is being dragged by the horse. Funny. Yeah, words and horses. Donkeys, words and donkeys too. So indeed, how can calamities come into a place where Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, resides, who's a residence of all the sages, where they reside in his heart? Munivas. Now, in the Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains this. In Banaras, what happened? Akrura became very famous over a period of time because of this performance of yagnas, as we discussed, in the golden altar. So everybody said, oh, golden altar. Wow. And he was very danveer also. He was giving charity to people and brahmanas and all that. And when the devotees, people in Dwarka heard about what's happening in Banaras, they started to think, they started to gossip, ear talks, that because Krishna considers Akrur to be his rival, because he did not get the Syamantaka jewel, that is the reason why he sent away Akrurji from Dwarka. And because he was such a pious man, he was asked to go. That is the reason why all these calamities are falling in Dwarka. Now Krishna had to dispel this incredible stain from his reputation again, second time. Actually, this is the reason why Krishna created calamities in Dwarka, inducing the Dwarka Vasis to request Krishna to bring Akrura back. You see? And Krishna ordered, yes, we'll order him. He is very clever, So you want him to back, we'll bring him back. Don't think Krishna is not a politician. If you play politics with Krishna, Krishna will play politics with you. He's a mirror, mirror reflection. Mirror, mirror, how do I look? Well, big, fat, and ugly. Oh, but I look very beautiful. Okay. Your mirror will say, this is what you look. But your mind will say, but I look very beautiful. So, of course, you look very beautiful. When you give your own intelligence like this, just skew your thinking like this accordingly. Sure. Krishna is in the heart, He's in the mirror also, he's in the heart also. The sadhu does, Sadhu does this, speaks. When you are new, you speak very nicely. When you're old, you say, what do you like this? What do you mean? Why not like this? It happened, once Prabhupada was talking to an Indian gentleman, young boy, Prabhupada was encouraging him, oh, very nice, He spoke some words here, there. Prabhupada said, oh, so nice words you are giving, very good. So all the other devotees heard it, This Western devotees. So after some time, somebody also decided some big, big verses, like this. So Prabhupada gave him such a cold stare, Don't try to impress me unnecessarily, You're different from that. Just use your intelligence, man. What we are doing, why we are doing, So you must be thinking, how do we deal with our senior? Anyway, so the thing is this: there's a big pastime history behind this. There's a history behind this. What had happened was the elders they said, in Dwarka they said this, that what had happened many years ago, previously, in Kashi, Banaras, there was a big famine. And Lord Indra was very upset. He did not send rains to Banaras, Kashi. So at that time, um, a great personality is the father of Akruraji, Swafalka. His name is Swafalka. He was visiting Banaras. He was known to be an important personality. So the king of Kashi, Banaras, he gave his daughter Gandhini in charity to Swafalka. His marriage. Charity means marriage. Giving marriage. As soon as they got married, rains came. So it became like a legend. Oh, because Swafalka, the rains came. So they all started to think. Thakur, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains this point. Because of Akrura's relationship with the king of Banaras, his grandfather, he ran and took shelter there. And that's why in Banaras, everything is very prosperous. Money is coming, gold is flowing. And in Dwarka, things are opposite completely. All problems are happening. So wherever that means they thought that, oh, this son of Shafalka, Akrura, is very powerful like his father. And that is the reason why this free of misery, all these things. There's no untimely death and all that. We have got these difficulties here. All these omens are there. So hearing these words, Lord Krishna as Janardhan, he was completely aware that Akrura is not the cause of his ill omens. He himself is doing it. He summoned for Akrura. Akruraji, now come back to Dwarka. He requested, come, Akruraji, come back. See? So we have to learn everything, how to play politics, but do not be polluted by politics. Diplomacy has its place in this world, not to become dirty. Now, this is where you require big skills. And I always say this: the temples, if you do not have a proper Kshatriya managing it, if you have a Shudra managing it, he will not understand how to manage things. If you have to manage things, you require administrative qualities. And a Shudra or a Vaishya will not understand these things. Vaishya will think about money only. How do I make money from here, money from there? A Shudra is not qualified for anything. They'll end up making money, creating fights, creating conflicts, not doing anything. Everybody's disturbed. So although Prabhupada says this, that a Vaishnav is above everybody, which is 100%, then you have to become a Vaishnav first. And it is also very simple. By chanting Hare Krishna, you become a Vaishnav, 100%. But are you one? Then are you the one following that you require only so much wealth to keep your body and soul together, remainder distributed with everybody? Then you follow, no? But if you glorify somebody's riches, then you are not following this. What are you teaching your followers? You see, this is the point. There is no question of peace if the leaders are like this. And without peace, how can you be close to Paramatma? Paramatma samahitaha. Shitosha sukha dukkheshu. Tatha manapmanayo. Jitatmana prashantasya. Conquering the mind. And conquering the mind the Brahmana qualities. That's why Brahmanas have to instruct the Kshatriyas how to manage things. But there should be properly qualified Brahmanas and qualified Kshatriyas. In today's world, it's very difficult. So, slowly like this, Krishna arranged for Akruraji to come back using the same people, created a situation. Akruraji came back, and Krishna, because Akrura is a very pure devotee of Krishna. One of the most beautiful glorification of Krishna in Bhagavatam is done by Akrura. If you read, Akrura's glorification, whenever Akrura's mention is there in many places in Srimad Bhagavatam, his glorification of Krishna, you will see how beautiful glorification is. Wonderful, top class. Very pure devotee, Akrura. And that is the reason why from Mathura, when Krishna was asked, requested to come now from Gokul to Mathura Dwarka, Kamsa requested Akrura to be sent with a message. Because he knew Akrura, only Akrura can bring him back. Yeah, leave Gokul, Vrindavan. So Akrura came as a devotee. This Lord called him. You know, Krishna greeted him very nicely. Pleasant words were spoken. You know. And Krishna told him, Lord told him, I am fully aware, Akrura. You know, your heart is virtuous. I'm knower of everything. And he addressed like this. He says, O master of charity. He's calling Akrura. See? But he knows why he's doing charity. Because Syamantaka Jewel is there with him. So he called him, O master of charity. See, for us to understand how he speaks, why he speaks, you know. You'll be very clever. That's why sometimes when you laugh reading Bhagavad, you say, why is it laughing, man? Because of these reasons. Beautiful, you know. O master of charity. So I know, surely the Syamantaka jewel was left in your care by Shatadhanva. And it is still with you. Indeed, we know all these things. All along we knew. See, by this, he also, Lord Krishna emphasized the importance of Akrura as a devotee. Okay, he understood. He was the one playing all these things, you know. And then he said this, that it's a little technical. I've made some notes here. I'll have to read these notes. Okay, bear with me. All right. Then Krishna says that since Satrajit had no sons, since Satrajit had no sons, his daughter's sons should receive his inheritance. Now, till the time, Satyabhama did not have children. So he gave a hint here that probably she's pregnant here. You know? And because they have to pay for the memorial offerings of water and pinda. Pinda dan is to be done by the sons. You know? And they clear the grandfather's any outstanding debts. And then keep the remainder of the debts, a remainder of the inheritance for themselves. He said like this. This is a very important thing he said. I already said that, you know, he said, but by sons, Satyabhama's sons, that means she's pregnant. So Sridhar Swami explains this point, you know. He says this, that there is a proper injunction in the Shastras. It says like this, Patni duhitaras chaiva pitaro brataras tatha tat suta gotraja bandhuhu shishyaha sa brahmacharinaha. So how does the inheritance flow? This is given here. So the inheritance goes first to the wife. The husband dies, first to the wife. Then, if the wife has passed away, then to the daughters, the sons, daughters. Then to the parents. The daughter is not there, then the parents. Then to the brothers. Then to the brothers' sons. Then to the family members of the same Gotra as the deceased. Gotra is that important, bloodline. And then to his disciples. So disciples also have got, including the brahmacharis. So everybody has got some share. If this is not there, then that there is also that, you know. Now the Thakur Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains this point, that Satyajit had no sons. So since his daughter Satyabhama And his wives were also killed along with him. So Satyabhama became actually very tormenting. The father and the mothers were killed, I mean, kings had multiple wives, So there is multiple wives, they all were killed. And since Satyabhama was not interested in the Syamantaka jewel, which was her inheritance, so rightfully it belonged to her sons. So Srila Prabhupada explains this point. See, this is why we require understanding of the acharyas, bona fide acharyas. So Srila Prabhupada explains this point that Lord Krishna indicated by his statement that Satyabhama was already pregnant and that her son would be the real claimant of the jewel and would certainly take the jewel from Akrura. So he speaks only one sentence and everything has to be understood, the structure of what he's saying. So do not make somebody very authoritative speak too many words. You must understand what a person is speaking. If you don't understand, you say, okay, I'll come back to you. I'll think about it, go back. Instead of asking again and again, go back. Answers are given. Instead of saying, I don't understand, go back, understand, think. If you don't think, you will not understand. If you think, you get the answers. If you don't, then you can ask the question again. Okay, I understood it like this. Is it correct? Yes, this is how it is. This is what I was to do with Maharaj. So, nevertheless, the jewel should remain in your care, Krishna said. He said, oh, trustworthy Akrura, because no one else can keep it safely. You kept it so nicely, with yourself all this time. But he said, but please, just once, show that jewel, Syamantaka jewel, not to me, but for my elder brother who does not fully believe me, he's saying. Balaram doesn't fully believe me, He's saying that I have whatever told him about it, and all the relatives, In this way, he said, oh, most fortunate one, you'll pacify my relatives also. And with them, all the Praja, Dwarka Vasis. He did not say Dwarka Vasis. He said, oh, my relatives. He understood. Others are also involved in this, So basically, everyone knows you have the jewel, for you are now continually performing sacrifices on the altar of gold, altars of gold. Everybody knows this. Don't worry. This is how he shamed Akruraji. Not directly, in very sweet words. So Akrura, thus shamed by Lord Krishna's conciliatory words. So we are foolish, Nowadays, even if somebody speaks nicely, we think, I'm very great. I don't even realize that I've actually been shamed, It's difficulty, man. Foolish people, we are gone, Really, I do not know how pure devotees, how Mahabhagavats lived, how Guru Maharaj lived, I don't understand properly. Because Prabhupada, he would also say nicely, lovingly, we think I'm great, you know. Oh, God. Once Maharaj looked at me, Maharaj said, I was very nice blue, kurta, very nice. Nice blue kurta Ambrish is wearing, Maharaj told me. Next time I saw the blue kurta, it's there in my only white and white I wore. Since then I told all of you, don't wear any other kurta from Maharaj. Wear only white kurtas. You understand this? We wear only white. Nice kurta. Very good. Oh God. Hare Krishna. Such a rascal I am. So this is how, shamed by Lord Krishna's conciliatory words, it works both ways, like this and that also. This Akruraji, the son of Shwafalka, he brought the jewel which he was hiding from his clothing, took out the jewel. Here is the jewel, to show. It was brilliantly like a sun, it was shining, and gave to the Lord. Please keep it. It's funny. Just see, such a good lesson. Such a good lesson. This jewel has created so much violence, so much Krishna to fight with that, Jambavan, to run and kill. Murder plot was also done, created to kill and murder. And his devotees created a murder plot, and they ran away, and they went away somewhere, and it's so long, and then they found out he's creating all this altar of gold and became very famous. And here it was disturbance. Everybody was in one pastime. So many things are revealed. Disturbance created there. Happiness is here. All this is what is going on. So much suffering. Is a good lesson how to lead a troubleful life. Troubleless life, trouble-free life, only by controlling our desire. So the Almighty Lord then showed the Syamantaka jewel to all his relatives. See, here is a jewel. Satisfied? Look at the jewel. Very nice, very beautiful. No? See, everybody see, He's shown in this whole assembly. So everybody can see, all people can also see. Thus dispelling all the false accusations against him. He must have taken, because of him they ran away. He is the one. And then after that, what did he do? He returned it back to Akrura. Keep it. Hare Krishna. Oh, Krishna. Because he had nothing to do with it. He said, you keep it. My wife's son, when they will grow, they will take it from you. I don't want anything. Keep it. Hare Krishna. Ah. Now it's a little tongue twister verse, okay? Bear with me. I've tried it hard to recite. It's a little difficult for me, this last verse, okay? Please bear my limitations. Yastvē tad bhagavata ishvarasya Vishnor viryadhyam vrujinaharam sumalangamancha sumangalam cha आख्यानं पठति शृणोत्य नुस्मरेदवा दुष्कीर्ति दुरितप दुरितपमहो दुष्कीर्तितं दुरितम् अप्यः याति शान्तिम्. यस्त्वेतद्भगवत ईश्वरस्य विष्णो no यस्त्वेतद्भगवत ईश्वरस्य विष्णोर् वीर्याढ्यं वृजीनहरं सुमङ्गलं च आख्यानं पठति शृणोत्य नुस्मरेद्वा दुष्कीर्ति दुरितमपोह्य yati shantim. So this narration, rich with descriptions of the prowess of Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, removes sinful reactions and bestows all auspiciousness. Anyone who recites, hears, or remembers it will drive away his own infamy and sins and attain peace. Hare Krishna. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Gurudev ki jai. Srila Prabhupada's disciples ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Samasta Guru Shishya Parambara Acharya Gan ki jai. Shri Samasta Vaishnava Acharya Gan ki jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Chandra Premanande. Hari Hari Gaur. Shri Dwadasha ki jai. Hare Krishna. Now, those of you who are following us on YouTube, we will do we'll disconnect you now. In few seconds, we'll join back again, and we will then listen to the realizations of the devotees.